So I just started off with this big sheet of 3/4 inch plywood, and then I cut it to a 4-inch strip. Then after that, I just measured 3 3/4 of an inch, and I put a stop block on the chop saw and just cut 6 of them. And then the shape of this boombox is gonna be a hexagon, so I cut out a hexagon and then I just glued it with school glue onto one of the pieces of plywood. And so that I would cut all of them at the same time, I just stuck them together with double-sided tape. And then I just cut them on the bandsaw. Then after that, the shape was a little bit rough, so I just finished off by sanding it on the belt sander. Then once that was done, I had to break them all apart. And it was actually pretty easy since it was just double-sided tape. I just pried them apart and they came right apart. And then so that the speakers could be in the blocks, I used this 2-inch Forstner bit to drill 2 different holes in both of the hexagons. So I just measured the center and drilled 2 holes. I had to change the belts on the drill press, but also instead of drilling 2 different holes at the different times, I actually double-sided taped them together again so that they would both be in the same spot. Then once that was done, I had to pry them apart. And then the other 3 blocks, they had to be hollowed out too. So what I did, I took a 2 1/4 inch Forstner bit and drilled holes through them too. And I did the same process by sticking them with double-sided tape together and drilled the hole. And then I just drilled the hole. And then once that was done, I just pried them apart. And I stacked them up again, and I took another Forstner bit and I had to drill right on the edge. As you can see now, I had to drill right on the edge so that I could put the buttons and the plugins in. And then I just scribed 3 little little marks where I would drill the holes for the buttons and the plugins. One hole was for the variable sound on the amp. Another one was for the USB so you could charge your phone. And the last one was for the switch that would turn on the USB. And this mainly is the whole entire thing was chiseling. This is what took the most of the time. So if you're gonna make one, be prepared to spend a lot of time perfecting your chiseling and making it perfect so that everything will fit. And I would also suggest to make a bigger hole or make bigger hexagons because it was really hard to cram everything in. Now I'm just dry fitting everything together. And as you can see, there's a variable sound, the USB, and the switch. And then I had to drill another hole for the female aux that you'd plug an aux cord into. Then once that was done, I just clamped it together, and I had to get a wire stripper because I couldn't strip these wires. So once I stripped them, I just had to solder on one of the speakers. Now I'm just fitting everything together and making sure it all fits. And as I was saying, this takes tons and tons of perfecting and chiseling and drilling holes and everything. So now I'm just finally fitting it together, kinda. I had to do a lot of drilling and chiseling. But once I had everything fitting, I could start to solder on the next speaker. So that's what I did next. And after that, I just fit it in. And to keep the speakers in place, they have mounting brackets. And there's 4 screws, so I just pre-drilled for 4 holes and then put 4 little screws in and did the same for the other side. Then once that was done, I just took some rapid fuse and glued the 3 pieces of plywood in the middle together. Let it dry, and I just tried to cram it in the creases. So I just put some on top and then just squeegeed it in. And in case I wanted to change the battery if it died, the 2 face plates that had the speakers in them, I did not glue them, I just screwed them in with screws. So each side had 6 screws that you could unscrew if you had to change the 9-volt battery that it was running off of. Then once everything was done, I just did some touch-up sanding and finished it off with gloss spray lacquer. Now I'm heating up the pipe for my brand. And finally putting my E on. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. This was really fun to make and took a little bit of time, not as much as I thought, but it was something new that I've never did before. But thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. And also, one of the features that was on this was a USB port. It was a 5-volt USB port that you could plug any USB into. You could charge your phone, run something off of it, or do anything with a USB power supply. As you can see, it's charging my phone. Take it out, not charging my phone. And it works really great. And also, here's a sound test. Well, thanks again, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Oh, and one more thing. Thank you guys so much for the support. We are at like 170 subscribers. It is absolutely awesome. So thank you, and see you next time.